Good morning, friends and fans. Welcome to Motivations by Fire with your host, Mudi Quel, your world most electrifying motivational speaker and author. This morning, should be considering a very, very important topic about the season. What is special about the season? The Christian Holy Book in Psalm 90:12 says, "Teach us, Lord, to number our days on earth, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom." That word number our days simply means evaluation of life, examination of life, taking an inventory of your life. You know, evaluations and inventory in most cases are done towards the end of a thing, towards the end of an activity, like companies always do. Towards the end of the year, they do an evaluation and an inventory of their activities, their to ascertain their gain and also know their losses in order to plan ahead for better achievement in the coming year. It's common with organizations and the Bible also speaks of it, because human beings should do evaluation. They should evaluate their life, because you are also a project. You are also an organization. You are here for a purpose. You are here for an assignment, for a business. Your life is a business here in this world. So you have to be gainful. You have to count your gains and know how you are living your life. And the end of the year especially should be a time for us to sit down and take and do a retrospection of our life, to know how we have lived the year, to know our accomplishment for the year, to know how we are living our life, in order for us to live the coming year with wisdom, to live the coming year better and wisely. So, but unfortunately, the majority of people give themselves too much to festivities towards the end of the year. They plan more for the Christmas and New Year festivals than they plan for the coming year. And it's so appalling. You look around today, many families, many individuals all over, especially this part of the world, all we are thinking about now is rice, chicken, food, partying, and all that. I'm not knocking off those things. They are part of life. You keep life going. You have to eat well. You need enjoyment sometimes. To keep your body, soul, and spirit alive. To calm the nerves. They are very, very important. But when all effort is drawn towards such things, it becomes a problem. It becomes a great dysfunction. You get what I'm saying? The Christmas celebration we are talking about, is it's supposed to be built around Christ, because Christ is the reason for the season. That's why it's called Christmas. Christ stands for Christ. Why Mass is service, so it's the service of Christ. But what we see around the world today is a far cry from what the name represents. Because I don't see any reason why we should be celebrating it the way we are celebrating it if it is centered on Christ. And we know what Christ stood for and what he stands for: wisdom, right living, character, good attitude, love for one another, forgiveness, reconciliation, modesty, planning, fulfillment of your potential. Jesus said in the book of John, chapter 17, verse 4, he said, "I have glorified you, O God, for the work you gave to me have been accomplished." And he said again in the Bible, in the book of Matthew 26:24, he said, "The Son of Man goeth as it is written of me." Christ's life was centered on purpose. The time in the Bible, he said, "Labor not for the meat that perisheth." That should be John 6. "Labor not for the meat that perisheth." And he also said in another chapter in the Bible, he said, "My meat is to do the will of the Father and to finish it." So Jesus Christ's life was centered, committed to the fulfillment of God's purpose and doing his will. And if we must claim that this Christmas is all about Jesus, then all our activities, more than anything else, should be geared towards promoting the will of God, promoting the purposes of God for our life and for the world and for humanity. and for humanity. Let me establish this point here. As human beings, the end of the year is very, very important, because the end of the year, that is this December, is a bridge between the old year and the new year. So the purpose of this end of the year is to take you from the old year and launch you into another phase, which is the new year. This old year, which is already elapsing, fading away, will become an old year, will become an old chapter of your life. And every chapter contains things that you should do, places you should go, and things that you should know to move you forward in life. So at the end of the year, at the end of the year, or during the end of the year, you should sit down and make an evaluation of how you have achieved your goal for the year. The places you ought to go that you went or that you couldn't go, the things you ought to know that you knew or that you did not know, the things you ought to do that you did or that you did not do. You have to take an inventory. You see, a philosopher, a very great philosopher said, Socrates said, an unexamined life is a useless life. As the year is fading away, your life is drawing closer to the end. As you are shouting Happy New Year, your life is burning. The book of your life is counting and is gradually coming to an end. And if you die today, what would be your accomplishment? What history would the world write of you? What would the world speak of you? You are here for an achievement. You are here to do something for humanity that humanity will not forget. You are here to fulfill an assignment. You are here to use your gifts and talent for the good of humanity and for the glory of God and for your own glory. Are you really living your assignment? Are you living your purpose, the purpose for God creating you? Are you really living it? Are you healthy enough to fulfill your assignment? Is your marriage doing well? Are your children doing well? Is your business doing well? As a student, are you doing well academically? These are weightier matters. Matters that affect our well-being and the quality of our life. Not just food and drink. This time should be given to taking an evaluation and inventory of how far you have fared in this aspect of your life. Because at the end of the day, you will not be judged by the clothes you wear. You will not be judged by the food you eat or the food you don't eat or the house you live in. You will be judged by the quality of your life as regards this area, the kind of children you are leaving behind. Yes, very important. They will judge you by the quality of the lives of your children. I will say, good man leaveth inheritance for his children. They will judge you by the kind of life your children. You cannot say you are a successful man when your children are not well raised. They don't have character. They can't stay in their husband's house. They are not schooled. They are not trained. They are moving about carrying women, and you say you are a successful man, a successful woman. Even if something has gone wrong somewhere, that is not your fault. It calls for a reflection so that they will not continue with that kind of life and lay the same legacy. The business that you are running, the capital that you invested into the business, would you say that you got enough result, enough profit commensurate to the capital that you have invested and the time? You can't continue your next year like this. Time is going. Time is going. Or you don't expect God to come down and raise you up. No. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs chapter 16 verse 9, it says, a man's heart deviseth his ways, but answers comes to God. It is a man that plans his life. Man is the architect of his progress. You are the architect of your progress. God will not come and push you into progress. You are the one to design your progress and set goals to achieve that design, and set strategic goals as well to help you reach those goals that you have set. It is not God that will do it. That God will not favor you. But most of us are waiting for God. Next year will be good. My next year, my life will go better. There is something you must do to make your life better. Or else, your coming year will be like this year, will be another this year. For there are many of us who are still in 2000, though we are in 2026. The life we are living in 2026 is the same life we live in 2000. No, it's not fair. You need to live your life with wisdom. There are weightier matters of life. You see some wives now, they are keeping mileage with their husband because of fowl and chicken. Now fowl you can't shop for life. Now rice be life. You want to die because of rice and chicken. I must say, what shall it profit a man if a man gains the whole world and loses his soul? There are weightier matters of life. If your life is balanced financially, should you be talking about rice? There are people who eat rice from January to December. Go to their fridge, you see all kinds of varieties of chicken, varieties of fish and all that. They are there. It is poor people that glorify rice, make rice a big thing and chicken because they don't eat it all the time. When you get to a level where all these things become nothing, there are weightier matters of life, matters of legacy, matters of eternity, the legacy you are leaving behind. There are some of us, if we die now, we're going to leave problem behind for our children. Like failure. We leave curses, the bad life you have lived. How you have slept with people's wives, destroy people's marriage, heap curses for yourself and on your children to come. The time children should be setting in life, making progress. They will be going from church to church, praying for deliverance, looking for deliverance from the curses that their parents have incurred by the bad life and the decision they have taken. Children cannot settle in marriage. They live like animals while they are human beings on earth here. Why? Because the father has put their hand, fathers and mother have put their hands into things that have brought darkness to the family. So they are in the day, but they are groping in darkness. Think of your life. If you die today, what will you leave behind? All chicken and goat and fowl and clothes. Today you dey wear cloth. That cloth be your problem. Did they worry you? There are some of you listen to me now. You are 40 years old, 50 years old. You have not even read up to 40 books in life. Throughout this year, you did not read one book. Anybody who could not read one book this year, throughout this year, is not qualified to wear a new cloth. You're not qualified. You live all your life. This 365 days empty. Nothing new entered your head. Let me tell you something. Listen. If you must go where you have not gone, if you must do what you have not done, if you must attain the heights you have not attained, you must first know what you have not known. Every movement starts from within. Every practical, physical movement in life, progress, starts from within. Knowing something that you have not known. To do something you have not done. To become something you have not become. So knowledge is power. B.C. Forbes said, he said, to make an headway in this life, improve on your head. But the majority of people, masses, just go through the world without any practical commitment to improve on ourselves. Let me tell you something. You are where you are today this year by what you knew last year or what you knew earlier and the things you have done. Your life will be different next year for two things. The new things you know and the new things you do. Knowledge precedes action. And action precedes manifestation. Knowledge, action equals to manifestation. So if you want your life to be better this year, sit down and begin to think of the things you need to do to make your life better. Yes. Things. As I'm talking to you, I'm still reading. Cares about Christmas. That's how they do Christmas. That's how they wear cloth. Now cloth be the thing. You wear cloth, you wear weave-on, you wear eyelash, and your head empty. Nothing will happen for your life. You are empty. You can't marry where you lack character. Your attitude is bad. Your character, they smell shit. Your marriage break. Your marriage separate. Your children, they misbehave. Sit down, think of your life. There are some churches right now where other members, you Christians, you have to wake up because this Bible you are carrying, you are not practicing it. That is why we are where we are. Mahatma Gandhi said, if Christians we practice what Jesus, the life Jesus lived and the messages he taught, he said this world will be a better place. There are Christians, there are some churches right now, they are fasting and praying and receiving teachings of how they will live their life next year. While some are busy, other members are busy. Feliz Navidad. Is that empty activities that have no impact on your life? You think God is moved by all this? Wake up. Let us wake up. There are lots of the earth is demanding so much from us. God has invested in your life so much to benefit the world. Don't waste your life. Don't die with all with your potentials. Don't go to the grave with your potential. Don't die with your vision. Live with a bigger vision. Develop yourself. Live strategically. Live futuristically. Plan ahead. And I tell you, always be ahead. Anyway, I will not reject it if you bring me new clothes, if you bring me chicken, you bring me fowl. I will still take them. So I'm not saying you should not send me gifts. Bring them, I will receive them. But however, let us focus on the weightier matters of life that impact our future more than anything else. I wish you the best of the season. May God keep you and your family. May God be with you. I am your most electrifying global motivational speaker, Mudi Quel. Saying to you this morning, it's going to be a great season. Go and fulfill your destiny. You are too loaded to fail. God bless you.